Hi everyone, this is Dwayne from Tour Marketing. Wanted to go through some of the projects which we've been working on in the background for the last few months, R&D wise. So what we're looking at today is our new platform for online sales for property developers. So this specifically one is built out for land developers, and it's designed to be rather turnkey. So the core item I wanted to go through today is our interactive master plans. So jumping in, so ignore any styling at the moment. We're just cleaning up a few things. Now, our interactive master plans is something which we're been really focusing on to make sure it's really clean and concise so that the user experience is simple enough so that it's really native for someone to come in and intuitively use it like Google Maps, as well as any other similar tools. Now, what we're looking at is our standard stack. So we've got our master plan in the center, products, lists on the left, a couple of filters, general ledgers at the top left-hand side, and a button set for finding local amenities. Now, we've built this out so that it can be easily embedded into existing websites and integrated into existing systems so that all the data can be fed in and out accordingly. Or in this case, this is running off natively of our new real estate e-commerce systems so that it can be pulling in from our automated house and land packaging, as well as all our builders systems, as well as the land estates, all the related assets related to plan and sub engineering and the like. So stepping through it, top left-hand side, we have our filters, and now we can expand upon these filters in pretty much every single metric or dimension data element. So at the moment, we've got stages, which is stage or release, frontage, area, big reset button, which brings us back to our clean slate as you see it on load, for which we can then open up and then view the available stages, and stage 3 and 4 in this case. Now, on the map, if we were to go back to the map, just zoom in slightly, we have different view states depending on how far you zoomed in and zoomed out. So currently we're very much a helicopter mode here, and we're looking at the proximity of each stage for the estate. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the future stages are all grayed out with no frames, but you can see the overall size of the estate to give you a sense of scale. As we zoom in, you'll notice that the legends and overlays are now disappeared, and I've clicked on that stage 4 and it's outlined still that stage 4, which we really care about. Now, as we hover over our lots, you can see that it's interactive on both fronts. So as we scroll over the list, it will highlight the lots of the map, and likewise, scrolling over the lots on the map will then bring up the particulars on either side. If we were to filter the list and go, I want to see stage 4, and as I select that, it will then fill in the frame and then highlight all the lots which match these criteria. This list is now filtered down to stage 4. So all those stage 3 lots have now disappeared. And then we can then start filtering down. So I want to only see lots which have the frontage of 12 to 15 meters. It's now reframed the map so that, and highlighted the relevant lots. Again, the list is now refined further. Now we can click on either here or here to then drill into our lots, and you'll notice that the color for the selection is distinctly changed. It's brought our lot 51 to the top of the list, and then it's now opened up a list of all the house and land packages. So I've got 18 house and land packages against this particular listing, for which have then pulled in from the database and our related builder partners, as well as, I clicked and closed it, didn't I? So we've got the builder partners, the house designs, and the high level particulars of that house and land package. Now, the concept being we've now got the flexibility to add a few buttons in below this lot to then have more call to actions or expand. So we don't have it here, but other versions of our platform, we've got buttons to be able to see plan of sub, inquire on the land, or many other call to actions to educate our clients, as well as trying to drive them to give us their information. Then the price points that we do try to push. So we try not to emphasize the price on the land because that only confuses the client, and we really want to have the consultant to have that conversation. But we do advertise the house and land package. So the house and land package being what most clients can relate to when they're comparing like-for-like products against an established product, being your 1970s brick veneer house. Well, now we've got a benchmark of that price is in the market for $400,000, and we've got an option to build a brand new house for $380,000. Zooming out, so at any point, you got all the features of Google Maps, really clean and elegant. Now we have made the Google Maps skin to be low key, with the emphasis of trying to focus and bringing the attention back to the lots themselves. As we sell lots and or lots go on hold, the statuses of these lots start to change. So you'll notice that lot 48 is currently sold, but is still in an active stage. So we've made that lot red, and then we've hidden information such as the frontage and the area, so not to create any confusion or benchmarking from previous stages. As we know that clients like to try and negotiate or use any information that may be in an estate or could be creating confusion or distraction for what they truly aspire to, what's actually available in the market. So we try to reduce that distraction, as well as the stages sell it completely, we hide all those particulars. Then in the future stages, so this would be stage 5, we have the frames all hidden there behind the scenes, just so that it's easy to turn back on when we go to going live. But we hide it because you don't know what the future holds. So we might be increasing the number of lots in here or changing out the lot mix. And we don't want to give the impression of someone who's buying in lot 50 that we might have high density lots going into this particular stage right now, because we don't know. And it's, as a developer, we always want to increase our yield, and it's our prerogative to be able to change it, but we don't want to be giving false promises to these clients. The other advantage of it being an image overlay or a vector overlay is the ability to add in additional elements to give context to our master plan. So next to this particular land estate, we have another land estate which is under construction. Now, we don't necessarily want to advertise them, but we want to advertise the fact that there's a brand new open space which is going to be connecting straight through. And that's only going to increase the value and prestige of these particular lots surrounding this side of the estate. Now, as we start selling out certain features of the estate, we can then change all this up. We can hide it if we don't want to advertise that, or more amenities open up on the left-hand side, or we want to make it more beautiful and add more waterways, and we can then really emphasize like waterways that might be running along here. It's a vector after all, and we can then modify it as we see fit. On the top right-hand side, we've got then additional features. So this gives us proximity. So each one of these buttons, these can be all styled, and we can add and remove these as we see fit. But education, food, medical, parks and recreation, and shopping. Now, we did flirt with the idea of adding in distance proximity. So if you wanted to say how far it would be to get to Ballarat, but ultimately that slowed down the system, as well as it created confusion. And we ultimately want to drive the attention back to the amenities of the lot. Going back to the system at any point, you can then hit reset, and that will bring us back to the frame, making it really simple, easy, and relatively easy for the user to consume. Any questions of any nature, flick us an email or hit us up on our website, tourmarketing.com.au, and more than happy to help you out. Cheers.